go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, she'll be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. Tick, tick, boom. Hard body, body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I done want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. Rowdy, we get rowdy, rowdy. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep. It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
From my ex, a dozen different things you wanna ask me. Shut it all down, don't wanna feel two different hands on my body. Buying out a drink just for me. I'll keep the rhythm steady, rock with me. Let that sink in, I wanna rewrite my own destiny. We've got the same mind, you got me so high. We've got the same mind, I love you all night. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same, got the same. Same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, we got the same mind, the same mind, the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. Almost drunk enough to forget 1,000 different things he used to say to me. Shut it all down, get reckless. If you're ready, baby, try me. Get the body moving just for me. Hit the lights, get down, get all of me. Let that sink in, I wanna rewrite my own history. Rewrite my own history. We've got the same mind, you got me so high. We've got the same mind, I love you all night. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. We got the same mind, got the same mind. We got the same mind, got the same, got the same. Same mind. We got the same mind, got the same mind. It feels. get high on. We got the same mind. The same mind. We got the same mind. The same mind.
We've got the same mind.
Hey, what's up? Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a good night tonight. Alright, let's take a look at the total crypto market cap and see how we're doing tonight. Okay, so MACD on the daily, we got a little bit of white showing here. So that's a good sign for at least now. And we still have some 4-hour bullish divergence continuing to build here, so you can see with that wick here we just formed. And we can also extend this right here out a little ways. So you can see that the RSI is trending upwards, but the candles are trending downwards. So that's actually a sign of a potential reversal to happen on the total crypto market cap, which at these fib levels is something that we're going to be hopefully looking for here. And let's see the 1 hour. Looks like we do also have some 1 hour bullish divergence still showing here. You can see how the RSI is going from low to high, but the candles are going high to low. So we also have 1 hour bullish divergence. So we have some bullish divergence showing on multiple time frames here, which is really good. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin. As many of you know, Bitcoin controls most of what's going to happen with the crypto market in the short term. So we can see on the daily we got a perfect wick down to the 0.5 Fibonacci level. So this is a typical retrace area that we're going to see, and if we were to get a bounce here, this would show pretty powerful, it's likely to show a pretty powerful bounce if we do get the bounce at these levels. So, continuation of bullish divergence, it's looking like. Candles are still coming down slightly lower, but the RSI is still trending higher. So that's a good sign on Bitcoin. So, let's see if we have some daily bullish divergence. We do have some daily bullish divergence showing right here as well. You could see that it's a low and then it goes slightly higher low here, but the candles are trending downwards. So we have multiple time frames showing some pretty significant bullish divergence on Bitcoin, daily and 4 hours, both very significant time frames. And that with a combination of touching the 0.5 Fibonacci level, we're in for a potential reversal at these levels. Yeah, XRP continues to build 4 hour bullish divergence. So this is looking like a potential pretty nice entry on this asset if the macro were to turn around. Yeah, if XRP ends up getting back into this parabolic curve here, it's looking like it, as I've talked about the past couple of nights, it still has a ways to go before we see any price action like what we've seen in 2017. You could see the initial run up, consolidation into a pennant, and then bang, vertical break. So we got the initial move up, some consolidation. Now what we're looking for is hopefully a nice leap up like we seen back during the last cycle. Yeah, Ethereum's at a pretty interesting spot here. We have that 4-hour bullish divergence showing from the other day. Right under the fib level here. Yeah, a lot of stuff is looking like it's ready for a potential reversal if the macro's going to turn around. So if we can see Bitcoin starting to pump, Ethereum, XRP, I'll take a look at some other assets that are showing some strong divergence. And let's take a look at Cardano and see how that's doing today. Okay, so we can see some half-hour bullish divergence showing here. Candles are trending down, RSI is trending up. Four-hour bullish divergence is looking like it's continuing to build as well. We haven't formed a low lower than we were before we got that nice rally up to $3. So that's still a good sign for the moment. And with the 4-hour bullish divergence showing, we're also looking like a potential nice reversal area here on ADA, given that the macro turns around. Okay, Doge got another pullback, but even after the pullback, we still have some 4-hour bullish divergence continuing to build here. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames. So on the 1 hour, the RSI formed a lower low. So 1 hour, we don't have any bullish divergence showing here at the moment. Alright, so all that we really have going for Doge at the moment would be 4-hour bullish divergence, which that would be one of the more significant time frames. So we could get a bit more of a pullback on Doge, but at the level that it's at, this floored, we're already below the 1 Fibonacci level. So personally, I don't really know how much lower this is going to go if the cycle isn't over. Yeah, at these floor levels, personally, I'm accumulating this asset myself. Even if it does pull back a little more, that's just high value accumulation area in my opinion. Okay, Hedera hash graph. Let's see how that's looking today. So it's looking like we have a little bit of 4-hour bullish divergence showing on this asset. Oh, no problem at all, man. Hope you have a good night. Okay, so we also have some 1-hour bullish divergence showing here. So smaller time frames, we got a little bit of bullish divergence showing on H-bar. Still don't really see any bullish divergence showing on the daily. Here's the only thing. We're getting pretty close to the 618 fib level, so this is typically when I would like to start accumulating assets if they're likely to still run the cycle. I would probably be watching to see if we form a higher low here and see what happens. If we can get a bounce off the 618 fib to the upside and the macro turns around, this is looking like this could probably get a pretty nice run. I'm going to wait for a little bit more information to present itself on this asset, but I'd be keeping an eye out to see if a higher low is going to form and if we can get any daily bullish divergence going. So this is one project that one of my buddies brought to my attention that's pretty interesting, Quant. Their goal of interoperability between blockchains is definitely something that's I'd be keeping an eye out and doing more research on. So technical wise, let's see how this is doing on the lower time frames first. So we got a little bit of 1-hour bullish divergence presenting itself on this asset at the moment. As far as divergences show, all I could really see would be 1 hour on Quant. It's not really a time frame that I would like to act on solely, so I'm going to be waiting for more information to present itself here as well. Is there any other assets that you guys want me to take a look at for you tonight? I'm going to have to bring up a better chart to take a look at Thor, but just based off of the price action on this asset at the moment, it's definitely looking like we got the potential reversal on it. Yeah, I like the way that it tried to form support at previous resistance right here. For Thor, I'm going to get a better chart and I'm going to come back to this asset because I'm really liking the way that this is looking just for the price action at the moment. Okay, there we go. So the daily stochastic on Thor is actually looking beautiful at the moment. Nice clean break, looking like it's trying to keep on rallying. 4 hour, we're also bullish. 1 hour, also bullish on Thor. Bullish on the 15-minute stochastic. Thor is looking amazing to me at the moment. Bullish on all the stochastics except for the 5-minute between the daily to the 15. Yeah, definitely some more upside potential on this asset at the moment. Okay, XLM. I'll get that checked out right now for you, Norm. Okay, some 4 hour bullish divergence is showing right here. Definitely what I want to be seeing here. So on the 1 hour there's no bullish divergence showing, but the 4 hour would be more significant of a time frame. Looking like we do have some divergence showing on the 30-minute here though. So it's looking like a potential reversal's coming on this asset. If we can see the macro turnaround, I can also see this getting a nice bounce. Ooh, wow. Yeah, looking at this during the 2017 cycle is pretty crazy to see. That definitely got an amazing rally. Was trading down at almost 20% of a penny. Then by the end of it up around 93 cents. Wow. So back during 2017, we got a nice rally. Looks like it almost crashed down to its initial price that it was at before it started to pump. Then we got the nice rally on it. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely looking like there's some upside potential on XLM if this gets the reversal. Oh, looking like we do have some daily bullish divergence showing actually here. You can see how it's basically flattened out here, but the RSI is going from lower to higher. So yeah, XLM's looking pretty nice to me. Potential bounce if the macro turns around. A lot of upside potential on this asset as well. Now let's take a look at the US stock market, the Dow Jones. Not sure why my chart's looking like this, so I'm just going to skip to something else for now. Yeah, there we go. Technical difficulties worked out nice and fast. Alright, let's take a look at gold and then I'll get back to the US stock market. So as you can see, gold was trending in a wedge here for quite a lot of days here. This is the daily chart, so every candle that you're looking at is 1 day. Attempted to break out. Came back and retested, came down, touched the fib level, attempted to break out, bounced off the fib level here, got a nice retest and bounce off the top of the channel here. One crack attempting to break above, formed a higher low, formed a higher low. So what we're looking to see now is going to be a higher high on gold, and if so, that's going to be showing a lot of strength here on this asset. I'm expecting gold, if we do crack this range, to get potentially between $3,000 to $5,000 range for targets, 5,000 being my further targets and years down the line. And I'm still expecting my first target to potentially take a couple of years to play out, so bear in mind. So silver, you could see we had some bullish divergence here the other day, and it's looking like that's attempting to play out with a rally here. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Yeah, it's looking like silver's attempting to rally here. Yeah, the MACD's got some green starting to fill in as well. Yeah, if silver just formed a higher low here, same thing with gold. If we can get a higher high above here, that's going to be showing a lot of strength on this asset. Here we go, let's take a look at the US 30 now that my chart's not all buggy. So I was saying the other day that we're potentially in for a pullback here on the Dow Jones. Wouldn't surprise me if we only pulled back to the support level here and bounced, but let's see if there's any more signs of divergence showing here on the higher time frames. Yeah, there's a pretty strong daily bearish divergence right here currently on the Dow Jones. You can see we're in an uptrend, but the RSI is trending from up to down. So this is signaling a potential top or at least reversal down to some support levels or maybe even fib levels here. And here would be the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, it's looking like we actually did already get a strong wick below the support level. And the MACD is, oh, didn't quite get lower there, but it's trying to. There's no 4-hour bullish divergence showing, but you can see here that it is attempting to at least hold onto this support for the time being. Now on the smaller time frame, we do have some 1-hour bullish divergence showing. So on the smaller time frames, it's looking like it's attempting to get the bounce, but if we do get the drop below this support level, we could be in for quite a lot of blood and nice pullback on the NASDAQ as well as the Dow Jones. Yeah, so I'll be keeping an eye on this support level here for the next, well, couple of weeks, because takes about 5 days for 1 week to play out on the NASDAQ and the US 30 as the market's not open on the weekend. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next week or two plays out here. Anything else that you guys want me to take a look at tonight? And let's take a look at how VVS Finance is doing, one of my favorite DeFi projects. Yeah, it's still continuing to get a nice pullback here. Personally, at these levels, this is just high value accumulation area in my opinion, especially with what this project's doing in the DeFi space. I'm going to need to get a better chart for checking out this asset where I can see my indicators like the RSI and the stochastic. Price action, same thing as the other day, just trending downward still at the moment here. let's take a look at Shiba Inu and see how that's doing today. So we're under the 618 fib level. As many of you know, this is where I begin to accumulate my assets typically, if I'm bullish on the asset, that is. Okay, so we do still have some 4-hour bullish divergence building here on SHIB. Just extend this for another dip and pull this over here. So on the 4-hour, SHIB is showing signs of a potential reversal. Same thing with most of what I'm talking about tonight. This is going to depend on what happens with the macro, as Bitcoin controls the short term for the crypto market typically. Yeah, smaller time frames are looking pretty nice on SHIB. Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on this asset as well to see if we get the reversal. Yeah, and I like the way that we just came down here to where we were in this pennant before it broke. This would be a very nice area to potentially reverse. And is Bitcoin trying? Let's take a look, Alex. Ooh. Yeah, this daily MACD is actually showing a potential sign of reversal here. Bullish momentum starting to build. Nice. 4-hour bullish divergence continuing to build. I'm going to want to see a little more information on this asset, but we do have some signs of a potential bottom, especially the way that we touched that 0.5 fib level and the bullish divergence is showing. I'm really liking the looks of Bitcoin at the moment. Now, if we see Bitcoin get another dump below, let's say 39,000, I'm not really liking the looks of this asset. But currently where Bitcoin is at the moment, I find this asset looks great for potential reversal. Yeah, it's really going to depend on how the next week plays out for the macro, because we could get another dump here, break, and just continue with the blood. But this is looking like a very nice area, in my opinion, for a potential bounce to the upside. The 0.5 fib is a very strong typical level to retrace, especially during an uptrend like we're in now. So if we were to get the bounce off of the 0.5, I'm expecting that the rally is going to continue very strongly to the upside this cycle on Bitcoin. And that, in my opinion, would mean likely new all-time highs. And let's take a look at how one of my favorites are doing here. Now bear in mind, this is definitely one of the high-risk assets that I hold. This could go to zero, or this could end up getting a nice pump. All depends on what happens with the macro and what this coin decides to do. So what I don't want is to see it dip below this level right here, the start of where I set my parabola curve. If we fall below, it's about 9 cents, that'll invalidate this pattern. But at the moment, I'm still accumulating this asset, as the risk reward on this is astronomical. Just a rough idea on how I would play this. Let's say I'm accumulating at these levels. My first target would be 70 cents, the previous high that we hit here. Second target would be something along the lines of $4 right here. Third target, previous all-time high, is up around $12.25. And then my final target would be about triple previous all-time highs, so that'd be around $36 on this asset. So typically the way I would do this would be I would either set my first two targets to be between 50 to 80% of my bag, and then my final two targets will be the final 20 to 50%, depending on if I'm splitting this into quarters or if I'm going heavier on my first targets. Anything else that you guys want me to check out tonight before I call it a night? I am liking the looks of Solana on the Fibonacci's. We got the same thing as Bitcoin, a perfect wick off the 0.5 level. Okay, same thing we've been looking for. We got some 4-hour bullish divergence showing here. Okay, yeah, if the macro turns around, Solana is definitely looking like a nice potential reversal. And as you guys can see, this asset has already been on a pretty parabolic run this cycle. So if this ends up getting another wind and keeps on going, there's a lot of upside potential here as well. Yeah, personally, I'm really liking the looks of Solana personally. Okay, Hollow. I'll take a look at that right now, Norm. Okay, so we broke below the fib level here. I don't see any daily bullish divergence showing here yet. 4 hours looking like a downtrend as well. Oh, we do have some MACD bullish divergence showing though. Yeah, we can see that there's a little bit of 4-hour MACD bullish divergence showing. No RSI divergence yet though. We do have 1-hour RSI divergence though. So this isn't as significant as 4-hour bullish divergence, and we're also below a fib level, just hovering under there at the moment. So this isn't really looking as strong as some of the other assets that I've talked about tonight, so I'd probably be waiting for a little more information to present itself here on Hollow. Half-hour RSI bullish divergence as well. So the smaller time frames is looking alright, but I'm going to wait to see some more information on this asset to see what presents itself to us over time. Anything else that you guys want me to check out tonight? See if we can make it an hour tonight. Terra Luna, okay. This asset's looking pretty nice. Currently at the 382 fib level. You can see how it's just on consistent higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, attempting to form a higher low at this wick. Let's see if we have any 4-hour bullish divergence showing. Okay, yeah, we do right here actually. Oh, actually it's looking like this is slightly lower here, so almost, but not quite. And same thing on the 1 hour, we don't have any bullish divergence presenting itself on the RSI. I'll check the MACD here, forgot to take a look. Yeah, on the MACD we do have some bullish divergence presenting itself here at least. So you can see it's low, higher low, and then here it's the opposite, the candles are trending down. So 4-hour MACD bullish divergence, that's nice. Plus the 382 fib level, higher low, just wicked off the fib level, and the way that this has been doing consistent higher highs and higher lows, this is actually looking like a pretty nice asset at the moment. Yeah, overall I'm liking the looks of Luna. Dogecoin Mars, okay, let's see. Okay, theme of the night, 4-hour bullish divergence is showing. Okay, so we're not really on any key supports that I could see. Not on a fib level, but we do have some 4-hour bullish divergence showing both on the RSI and the MACD here at the moment. 1-hour bullish divergence as well. Half an hour bullish divergence. Okay, potential reversal here. If the macro can turn around, this is showing signs that there's potential reversal on the horizon. Yeah, that had a pretty nice rally so far this cycle. Yeah, not much more information that I can see here, but we do see some 4-hour bullish divergence, which is what we're wanting to see, especially with the macro potentially reversing. So I'd be keeping an eye on here to see what happens whenever we see what happens with the macro. Yeah, Litecoin, same thing. We got some 4-hour bullish divergence here. Honestly, the whole crypto market's looking pretty lined up. If the macro can turn around, we're looking like we're going to pump. If the macro dumps, everything's looking like it's going to be in for some blood. Keep a close eye on Bitcoin over the coming week to see what's happening. Yeah, I'm liking the looks of Litecoin on the 4-hour here. One-hour bullish divergence as well. 1-hour MACD bullish divergence. Nice. Any last assets you guys want me to take a look at tonight? Oh yeah, I'll take a look at Joe. Yeah, Joe is a DeFi coin. This would be the coin of Trader Joe. So that would be one of the main DeFi exchanges for the AVAX network. So this is looking like a newer chart. I believe this is a newer asset though, so could just be the reason. So Same thing we've been seeing all night. We got some nice 4-hour bullish divergence showing. Positive momentum had a spike, but it's kind of calming down. We're going to have to see what happens there. Oh, a little bit of green starting to show on the 1-hour MACD though. 1-hour bullish divergence right here. I'm gonna have to wait for a little more information here, I think, but on the 4-hour and the 1-hour it's looking decent. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Hope you all have a good night tonight, and I'll see you all tomorrow.